Hello, YouTubers. Sorry if I'm talking a little loud. I just got back from the gun range. I do apologize. Please bear with me. Hope you've liked my last videos. I did notice a few comments, good or bad. I respect all the comments. What I'd like to talk about today is, well, a few things, like 4 individuals, maybe even 5 here, and some of the research I found with Neumayer. Just investigating that, I've come to the conclusion that I think there's 2 cameras down at Neumayer in the same location. The one that's the typical webcam, it's facing, I believe, eastern cam. Not the one on the roof, but the the one we all look at. If you start it, you'll watch that. You can, in the color cam, you can see orange or red and then blue or black or whatever it is on the bottom striping of the Neumayer station. And then for a brief moment, it switches to a, I believe, a secondary alternative backup camera. And I think that one is hiding, like they're stopping. I don't know what they're doing, but maybe you guys could go take a look at it. But the whole station itself moves slightly, just a bit. That's why I believe that there's a second camera. But maybe you guys can look into it. Tell me what you think. I'm happy to hear the comments. I'd like to know. I mean, it's kind of weird, I think, that there's 2 cameras and maybe they're turning one off and one on to maybe hide something. I don't know. I don't know how credible that is, but please look into it. Let me know what you discover. Okay, and I'm going to talk about Dabu 7, Ursa Adams, a.k.a. Donnie Gilson, Terrell, my ex-wife, just a couple other people, a guy named the Road Warrior. The Road Warrior is a guy I recommend for all YouTubers to go check out. Yeah, it's called the Road Warrior. He's called the Road Warrior, kind of like Mad Max stuff, But he's a guy that believes that economic collapse is imminent and how to survive post-economic collapse. He's got a pretty good idea of what and how to do it and how to survive the collapse, and quite possibly anything that's thrown at him. The guy was in the military. He's, I believe, ex-Marine, Navy SEAL, or Ranger, Army Ranger. I don't know exactly who he is. I can't remember, but he's got a lot of good stuff that he talks about. And even though and I have to say this, I'm turned into a bit of a survivalist myself, and this guy, the Road Warrior, he's definitely a survivalist. But it doesn't always mean that we'll be the survivalists, or we will survive. What's thrown our way, we don't know, and how we're going to deal with it at the time. We only know when we're confronted with the situation, how we're going to react or respond. But anyways, check out his stuff. He's got great links and survival gear. He talks about the bug out bag, having a great bug out bag, and me myself, I have like 3 bug out bags. I've got a little bug out bag that I take with me every day to work to get me to my second bug out bag, and then a second bug out bag to get me to the 3rd bug out bag, and my 3rd bug out bag gets me to the reserve. And that would be my survival, most of my survival foods and whatnot, seeds and ammunition and other things of that nature. But anyways, he goes on in great detail about his bug out bag, and he gives you kind of like little scenarios of what could happen. And the guy is just phenomenal. I think you'll find him interesting, and to say the least, you will probably find yourself following in his footsteps, because he brings a lot of good stuff to the table. And I want to thank you, Road Warrior, for bringing that stuff to the table. I have taken from that table, and I use it every day and eat from it every day. So much gratitude to you, sir. Much gratitude to Dabu 7. I appreciate your work, your commitment, and to getting down to the bottom of your research and what you found. Your last, or not your last upload, but it was maybe 3 or 5 days ago, I believe. It says, I need help, Illuminati military. That is a very interesting web page you picked up on there, sir. You go on to their icons, and in the middle it freezes up your computer with the shield on the horse. That's just crazy stuff. But yeah, and you clicked on the pages below, on the page below, and you were able to click on hidden icons. It's just amazing what you were finding with the FEMA and stuff like that. And that's just crazy stuff. I really believe there's something going on there after seeing that. They even talk about it in those little clicks that you went into, in the little gateways. They were talking about C2010 and FEMA stuff. So I don't know. I believe everything you're saying there on that. Thank you for, excuse me if somebody just walked in, and I want to try to wrap up this video, even though there's no stop button on the record. It's very annoying, probably for the rest of you users. Excuse me. So anyways, yeah, Dabu 7, great upload there. I recommend you guys going and checking that out. And Donnie Gilson, much gratitude to you as well. Your commitment and dedicated research has led me to believe a lot of things, especially down in the southern hemisphere where you cannot see these things, or I mean where you can see this in the southern hemisphere and not in the north, and not just the equator, but a lot of people have, there have been reports of them seeing not just adults but children as well, saying, hey Dad, what's that thing in the sky? Looks like an earthly object approaching, or some other weird moonly looking thing. So maybe you guys can look into it, tell me what you find. I definitely want to know. Also, this goes out to my ex-wife, Jacqueline, for all the times that you've been so judgmental. And I just want to say it's not cool to go around talking about if I'm crazy, this, that, and the other, and that you're afraid for our daughter's well-being. And that's just not fair to me. I do everything I can for our daughter. I pay child support. I pay every 2 weeks in daycare, which is a lot of money. So please be a little more grateful for what we have today. And and I told you I wouldn't talk about this Elenin thing last time we talked about it. Was in text, and that was about over a month and a half ago. Until today, I'm talking about it on YouTube. So if you see this video, I want to tell you right now, please don't even try taking me to court. That's just ridiculous. I'll have 3,000 witnesses in there with me in the courtroom in testimony to tell the judge I am not crazy, and I know I'm not crazy. These are just opinions that we have, and who are you to judge based on opinions? Okay, they're just opinions. They're just like these little holes that are black, and they're at the end of our butt, okay? Don't be one, please. Thank you. That's all I'm going to say, and I'll leave it at that. However, I want to get back to... I'm going to just try to run down the clock real quick because, like I said, there's no stop button, and that's getting prepared for a cataclysmic event, which is supposedly taking place every 3,600 years. In a unique orbit, this binary solar, little brother solar system to ours, that comes around wreaking havoc with the floods and everything like that. So hopefully you guys can put away, go to Wally World and stock up on the beans and rice and ammo and stuff like that. And maybe you'll get through this thing. Maybe you won't. Who knows? But one day we're eventually going to be faced, our country or possibly the world, faced with some great problem, some kind of societal, social disruption. Who knows? But we're all in jeopardy in one way or another, I'm sure. And also going back to you, Jackie, I bet you don't even have a flashlight in your house. So for you to call me crazy, I think you're crazy for not even having a decent working flashlight in your damn house. Tell you and your boyfriend, go down to Walmart and buy a nice little spotlight and a pocket knife or something and some extra batteries, because you just might need it. while you're there, grab some food for our daughter too, in case you don't want me to take her with me when the cataclysms come. Uh, so, anyways, I don't know what else to do. Talk about a lot of great stuff on YouTube, and I don't know if I talked about you, Terrell. Again, TERRAL03. I don't know your true name. I do believe you were a victim in all this, and you tried to help many people out with your resources, and the direct people that you helped out, stabbed you in the back. And when things got hot and the feds started asking questions and wondering who you were, if you were some kind of militant right-wing extremist, I don't believe you were. I believe you were just doing the right thing, and I don't believe that you were a cult leader as well. A lot of people like to lay the blame just because of their own fears, and that's just ridiculous. Don't point the finger and judge anymore, people. We're all just people too, and you wouldn't want to be judged. We're all going to be judged someday. It's just not right now, okay? It may be coming, but let's not point the fingers anymore. We're all just trying to get through this thing in one way or another in rough times, economically or astrological. So, and also I want to talk about H.R. 8791, House of Representatives 8791, I do believe. Yes, it was on C-SPAN not long ago. We were talking about Homeland Security Preparedness Bill. And what you need to do, people, is research it. H.R. 8791, it talks about some really weird stuff in there. It's kind of scary. It sounds to me like, if you read between the lines, it sounds like they're talking about an alien invasion of some sort, some apocalyptic cataclysm. So maybe you want to, don't read into it too much. You might get really scared like me. But in every little word he says, classified, blah, 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 classified, flesh-eating, classified, from classified, any other worldly strengths, classified. I don't know how you want to read into that. Maybe you guys can let me know what you think of it. But it's pretty serious. H.R. 8791, House of Representatives, Executive Order. Going back to Donnie Gilson and the supposed FEMA trains that you found, the rail cars, the containers or whatnot. Yeah, that could fit a lot of people. I would say maybe at least 400 people in each car if they plan on dumping us off in some FEMA camp somewhere across the country. But I do know that, and I've done my research on FEMA, there's 8 sectors in the United States. The FEMA is broken down into 8 sectors. And I believe there's a FEMA camp up in northern Arizona where they could quite possibly, and I think that's the only one for this, I believe it cuts off Southern California and all of Arizona, that would be concentrated into this FEMA camp, or death camp as you will call it. Some of you will call it. I don't know. But just have an open mind and keep it simple. As we were talking before in the last video with the core samples. The core samples tell the truth of the past, the history, the present, and the future. Every 3,600 years you will find something global, worldly changes happen with the climate and volcanic ash and whatnot. Yeah, do the research into that with the geophysicists. Damning evidence there of something taking place every 3,600 years. And we're almost, I believe, up. The clock is just about to run up, and I'll be able to publish this video. I don't know if I'll make any more videos. This might be my last one until I can find any more interesting topics to talk about or evidence of Comet Elenin, Nibiru, brown dwarf Planet X coming our way this fall. If you guys don't know about the JPL orbital, you can just Google it real fast and you'll find it. And the Google says NASA JPL orbital diagram. And oh, I wanted to talk about one more thing. Elenin. I can't get a screenshot of it, but supposedly Elenin dated back all the way to 2001 and maybe beyond. They were calling it Elenin. Unless they've changed it somewhere in between then, I don't know. But I'm just going to go ahead and let this clock run out. I've got some things to take care of, and I will get back to you guys at another time. Thank you.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
On about the S word.
Oh, yeah. Come on in. Actually, going to take care of this gentleman. Can you have a seat right up quick over there? Yeah, I just got back from the gun range, so I'll be taking care of you.